So hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So we now have another update to the A500. Obviously the previous update that was applied yesterday, there was issues with the save states, amongst a few other things, crashing, and obviously we couldn't get emulator GUI access, but hopefully that's now been fixed. They've obviously done a really quick turnaround to try and solve the problems that was caused with the update last night. So apologies if anyone did download that. Hopefully this will fix it. Just really quick, if you want to follow the same procedure as the previous video, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm not going to go through it again. It's exactly the same process, apart from you're actually using the latest firmware, which is now here. And as you can see here, it fixes save game issues, missing saves and UI freezing, and also you've got the emulator GUI access. So if you've got like some soft sort of hacks, so to speak, like Pandory, hopefully that should still work. But we will test that in the video. But what I'm going to do is download this latest update. Hopefully it'll have no issues. Follow the same process as before, and we'll give it a quick test. Hopefully it's okay. Fingers crossed. So guys, just a little update, just remove the previous upgrade from your USB stick and replace it with this one. You can feel free to delete the old one, it's obviously completely trashed now. Okay guys, the firmware update has now been done. If you want to follow the same process, I'll leave a link for the previous video so you can follow that. It's exactly the same. So let's just check the changes that have been made are actually happening in this video. So I'm going to look at saves, so I'll load a save. Hopefully that works okay, and then we'll try and make a save, because previously on the last update, sort of making a save actually crashed the system. Only used this game and it just crashed, completely turned it off. So let's maybe go home and try and save. Press down and save. Yep, it's fine. So that's at least something that's actually working. So let's quickly check some of the other things. We can go and check, play an ADF game for example. While we're here, we'll maybe just jump in and do an ADF game, and we'll do a sort of double disc game so to show you how to do it. So if you're doing a game that's got more than one disc, you can do a maximum of 3 discs in this way. So sort of choose the first game, press and select, then add the second disc by pressing the R button, and then just start as normal. Then when it asks you to actually change disc, you press home and the R button to move on to the next disc. Okay guys, when you get to this stage, it will ask you to insert disc 2, so hold the home button and press R1 and it will load the second disc automatically, and away we go. We can play gods, so to speak. Now the only thing about ADF files in games is that they do seem to take a lot longer to actually load, whereas WHD load files, it seems to be instantaneous almost when you're actually playing a game. So there is a slight drawback. I think if your game works fine in WHD load, I think it's probably the better way to actually play. Although if your game's not on there, then obviously this is now available and you can now use it. Now quickly press home and Y to sort of zoom in, which hopefully still works, which is great. And this seems to be working absolutely fine. Okay, we can jump back out of that. Now, just double checking, so like in gods, you've got the extra Amiga model options down the bottom. This is just for ADF files in games only. If you want to change the model and the kickstart that you're going to sort of play the games. If you have issues with speed, you can sort of change that down to an earlier model perhaps, and the game hopefully should play a little bit slower. It's quite good that that option's there, but it would be nice if that option was there for the WHD load games as well. Okay, so at least that's a few things working. So I'm just going to show something that Pandory still doesn't work. Unfortunately, there's a fix is going to need to be required by the makers of Pandory themselves, because obviously something's sort of broke that. But this was really for access to RetroArch, so if you're wanting to use that, then that's still not going to work. So if you're going to use that, you probably shouldn't update to any of the firmwares at all if that's what you're going to use, because nothing happens, it just goes to the sort of Amiga loads screen. Though guys, you still can access the sort of AmiBerry backend if you've got some of those fixes in place. So that's still there, you can still access this, which is pretty cool. So at least that's not going away. Okay guys, just before I end the video, I'll show you that you can still use Aminimiga. If you've got that loaded, that's absolutely fine. So you can still access Workbench, for example, and use that. It's just the RetroArch Pandory fix that doesn't actually work at present. I'm pretty sure that'll be fixed pretty quickly by that team in the next couple of days, I'm sure. Obviously, I never really bought the A500 Mini to play RetroArch games such as such. It's a nice to have, but it's not really something that I'm going to be using a lot, I don't think. You see, we still get access to the workbench and all the facilities that are within the Aminimiga, sorry. So that's still there. So guys, that's just a quick look at some of these changes that hopefully are now fixed, and hopefully we don't get any more issues. If you are still experiencing any more issues, drop me a comment and I'll try and raise that and get it sorted as soon as we possibly can at Retro Games. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.